Okay, for this next impromptu mathematical card effect, I need a shuffled deck, of course. That's what makes it impromptu. And then I need you to randomly choose any card whatsoever. So maybe you choose that one there. Now, of course, you're not here, so I'll have to kind of show you what the card is. Ooh, that's a nice one. You chose the Ace of Diamonds. Okay, so that's your special card that we'll get back to in just a second. And now what we're going to do is we need the help of the Klondike Shuffle to choose a good selection of cards. So here I'm choosing from the top and the bottom, as you can tell. And now we need a fairly good number. So really at this point on, you could tell me to stop. That's enough. Stop. Okay. Should I put these down or put them back? Put them back? Okay. So we'll set the rest aside. The rest of the deck we don't need. So here we have a collection of cards. Now, would you like to mix these cards? You would? Okay. So if you were here, well, maybe we can just, we'll just do a table wash right now. Let's just mix these cards. And if you were here, I'd have you do this fun job of table washing the cards. Okay, very good. Okay, well, hopefully you realize that none of us could know, what's here at this point. And so when we cut it again, because maybe I seemed like I maybe showed the bottom card, and I didn't want people to think I spotted that for some reason. Okay, very good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to deal these out into a left and right pile. And now you just have to realize that these cards actually were, kind of determined by you, because I had you mix the cards, and in real life I would. You'd mix the cards, and then you told me how many cards to Klondike Shuffle to the table, and then we just performed this very standard left, right dealing. Now, what I need you to do is set your special card on top of either pile. It really is a free choice. You want it over here? Very good. And now what I need you to do is come over here and cut any number of cards that you like. So maybe you cut that number. We'll put them kind of sideways to remind us. And now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just put the remaining cards on top of the cards that were not cut. Okay? Now, we started with something called the Klondike Shuffle, and it's a very useful shuffle. Another powerful one, which honestly I'm not aware of a name for this shuffle. So because of that, for my Hidden Structures online course for my students, I decided to presumptuously call it the Bessie 1-1. Now, there's also a Bessie 2-2, but Bessie 1-1 is simply the following. It's similar to a Klondike, but technically it's a different shuffle. So what you do here is you take the top card, just one, and then the bottom card. Top, bottom, 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 top, and then that's the last one. Okay? Now, if you carefully look at what that shuffle is doing versus the Klondike, they are genuinely different shuffles. They'll get you a different order. They truly are. So I call that the Bessie 1-1. Bessie 2-2 is where you take 2 cards from the top and then 2 from the bottom, 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. Okay? And that's a useful shuffle in other contexts. Okay, so here we have a packet of cards very much decided by you, and your special card is very much buried in here, okay, because that was a messy shuffle, this top, bottom alternating, okay? But despite all of those random choices made by you, somehow you've done something remarkable. I don't know if your fingers are just super sensitive, but you have cut off a very important number of cards, okay? And that number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've cut off 9 cards. Now, you could have, you had a choice to cut off more than that if you wanted, or less, okay? But you chose 9 cards, okay? Well, what I have found for an individual who can kind of make good choices in life, the number of cards they cut here will amazingly allow us to find their special card that they freely chose at the beginning. So 9 cards were cut. So all I'm going to do, you can watch me carefully, is I'm going to deal out 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all I've done. Okay? So we have the same quantity of cards here as we have here. So there's kind of a balance to what we've done. And what I claim is somehow you, in all of the choices that you've made, were able to bring your special card to the top of that packet. And that's despite the randomness of the deck at the beginning, the random number of cards that were Klondike shuffled to the table, decided by you, and then we dealt it into a left and right pile. You were free to put your special card on top of either pile, and then I had you cut any number of cards whatsoever. And then we stacked the remaining cards on top because we wanted to do this Bessie 1-1 shuffle. We performed that shuffle and then discovered that the exact number of cards that you cut at the beginning allowed us to locate again the special card that you randomly chose. Okay, so anyway, that's the performance. Now, I'm the first one to admit this is not a dressed up performance in any way, okay? And you probably sense that. There's no magic clock in this one, right? So there's not much of a narrative there, except just appealing to the amazing, surprising nature of these random events, along with choices made by you, the spectator, leading to a surprising, very unlikely outcome. Okay, so if you want to dress it up differently, I'm really focused on the mathematics here in this simple mathematical card effect. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on. And once you know what's going on, you can now use the principles that I will teach you to come up with your own amazing performances, okay? And then you can decide kind of how you would like to frame it in a fun and engaging way for the spectator. Okay, so let's look at what's going on in this mathematical card effect.